So vote in November. Vote, a time to remember. Vote, don't be late. Vote, don't procrastinate. It's our country, our democracy. We can't afford mediocrity. If we do nothing, our hope floats away. Get up off of that thing when it's voting day. And vote
Alrighty.
in November.
That's right, baby. Getting easier and easier for people to vote nowadays.
Time to remember.
Less of a problem figuring out what's what. Let's see here, baby. Let's get this going on, man. How y'all doing, baby? It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. It's time for another Blue Dot family meeting, and I'm glad y'all are here, baby. Dwayne Dwizzle was the first one to jump in the room, followed by the remixtress. Jeff Curry's here. Deborah Douglas, thank you very much. Michael Johnson's in the room. Keith Ellis is here. Dorothy Tyndall, Gary Spring, thank you very much. Gene Shanky is here. Kelly K. Duncan, thank you very much. The smart-ass squaws here. Hi, Martha. Randy Peterson, woo pig, buddy. Aaron Trombley's here. Michael Foulbister, Jay Clayton is there, and so is Steph. Sends her love, baby. Send it right back to her. Bruce Preston, thank you for being here. Donnie Ware, Miss Linda, a.k.a. Mary Ellen. Keep yelling, he'll hear you. Jeanette Miller's here. Mark Perkins, Jeff Curry. Let me get on down here. T.M. King, all the way from Michigan. Thank you for being here. Amanda Elliott, Nancy Halverson, thank you for being here. Let me jump on down here. It's Tuesday, baby. What a day. Valerie Wood Rosado, where are you, baby? Happy birthday to you. I know it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Valerie. Happy birthday to you, and many more. Anyway, let the day put a smile on your face, baby. What's going on today? Well, first off, let's get a few things out. I hope y'all notice the hat I'm wearing. This is one of two hats that Tony Boyd, one of our Blue Dot family members, sent me, and I am so proud of them. They're comfortable. I'll be wearing them one at a time, of course. So this is the first one, baby, and it looks good. I like it. As a matter of fact, I think he's down here, and yeah, he is. Let me look in there and reach in there and tap him on the shoulder, because I want to say thank you, brother, because like I said, he not only sent me one hat, he sent me two, and they're from the Australian Outback Hat Company, and baby, Mama says I'm styling, so Tony, thank you very much, brother.
You're most certainly welcome.
Man, they fit like a glove, too. They got the size down just right, brother.
I wanted to make sure you had the right size.
Well, shit, yeah. I'm really impressed. It's comfortable, and naturally, I just look handsome. Well, I don't know about that last part, but it sure is comfortable anyway, Tony. I appreciate the hell out of it.
No problem.
Well,
no problem whatsoever.
Well, do you see what's going on today?
You're happy.
It definitely made me. And while I'm on the note here of thanking people, I also got in the mail a book, and a book from it's authored by Peter Jenkins. I'm not sure who sent it to me. I don't know if it's the author who sent it to me or somebody else. It's called Along the Edge of America, and it is about a trip by boat from Key West, Florida, to Brownsville, Texas, and along the coastline, and it looks like an interesting read. A lot of stops along the way that I've made myself, so it's probably going to be a very interesting read. So, to whoever sent it to me, thank you very much, and please let me know who it was if you can, because I surely appreciate it. Anyway, what the hell's going on? I hear Joe Biden signed some more legislation today. The Inflation Reduction Act was signed today. Put another feather in his hat, baby. Along with the Build Back Better plan, the American Rescue Plan, and the PAC Act, the CHIPS Act. Hell, he's just racking them up left and right. Employment is way up, gas prices down. Hell, Joe's doing a hell of a good job. And you contrast that with what's on the other side, a president that's under so many investigations, I done lost track of them. Are you shitting me? And now he's got the secret documents thing going on. But they're interviewing more people going along here, so we can expect more news coming out. And it just seems to get deeper and deeper. Donnie is now hollering about he wants the affidavit released now. Of course he does, because it would help his side. How about we just slap him upside the head, tell him to shut up and wait? I think things will get to him in short enough time. But yeah, there's a lot going on. But we have to be vigilant, because there's a storm on the horizon, they say, baby. And some of them maggots just ain't going to give up. Hell, the FBI Association had to put out a notice today to all FBI agents that the threat is real and imminent. Really. Bunch of patriots out there showing their ass is what they say anyway, or what they think is oh, there's Caroline, and John Matjesco says, hey, John, I sent the book, and I thought you would get the letter first. Nope, didn't get the letter, but I got the book, baby, and thank you for letting me know. It does. It looks like an interesting read. And right along my alley, baby, saltwater. It's what runs through my veins, baby. Anyway, Aussie Dave, how in the hell are you?
Oh, great, mate. I love the hat. The hat is great.
Does it look good on me?
It does. It suits you. And some of the design on there, some of the artwork is representative Aboriginal art, but there's a handprint, I think. You got a handprint on there? I think so. Handprint on there.
I ain't gonna take it off, show my bald head to everybody. Are you shitting me? Come on. That'd be embarrassing to one of us.
Aboriginal.
I love it.
Yeah, that's all Aboriginal dream time, mate. That's good stuff. And he's, he must love you a lot just to provide 2 of those expensive hats.
Well, the love is returned, my friend. I guarantee you. I am so lucky to be blessed with so many good friends. Carolyn and John, who sent me a book, and they've sent other things. I am surrounded by stuff that this family has given me, and I'm just so lucky in that respect. But I really like the hat.
But on the main stuff, from this side of the pond, from the other side of the world, this last week, Trump looked like he was sinking in quicksand every day, and it was getting closer to his lips. And then he comes out and makes one of those gangster type threats of nice DOJ you got there, how can I help you take the pressure off of me,
Yeah. Nice little FBI you got there. It'd be a shame if something happened to it, huh?
Yeah, exactly. It was so obvious what he was doing. This man just sinks himself every day. But like we all wonder, why is he still walking around? He's the biggest threat to your company since Al Qaeda.
Indeed, he is.
And that's
because he's fomenting the attack from within. The phone calls coming from inside the house.
Yes, mate.
Yeah, this one won't be from outside. This one's going to be. He's trying to stoke that hate, to turn people against their own country.
I like the line he used. I've been checking around and found people are pretty angry. Really? Yeah, a lot of Democrats are angry too,
Yeah.
But that was his line. People are really angry. Like, it reminded me of Proud Boys, stand back and stand by.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. He's telling them the same thing. right now.
Yep.
Stand by and stand back and stand by. Wait. He's out there hollering about what he can do to bring the temperature down. Shut your freaking mouth would be one good set of advice.
We'll be honest.
Mm.
But let's face it. The guy's in his 70s. This is gonna give him a heart attack or a stroke or something. I don't think he'll see a courtroom, but I think the justice will be served in a way. This is going to cause so much stress. Because he knows he's met his match in Garland. He has met his match. I think so. And when you start talking, lying to the FBI that I gave you everything back, then retained 15 other boxes, that's very nefarious. Very nefarious. And then I'm pleased to see the media talking about, well, why did they have 10 pole bearers for a pile of ashes to put in a grave? And they're saying well, the FBI should be looking there too. But I think it'll happen. But after he's indicted, I think then they'll dig it up.
Well, I wouldn't put it past him to hide anything. Of course, if he was trying to bury something, that'd be a good spot to do it.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah, to get rid of something that's incriminating against himself. But I don't know. I
would have thought he'd be the last man to want to have a dead body on his golf course. Just thinking,
It's such a sad state of affairs his whole life. And then he culminates it by burying her on the golf course. Are you shitting me? Come on, man. Yeah. He didn't think very highly of her, did he?
No. I mean, he could have bought her.
I'm surprised he didn't put a ball washer on top of her grave.
Well, I would have thought they would have one of those tomb things like the rich people have, with all the families buried in there.
Oh, is that what it's going to be? You reckon that Ivanka and Don Jr. and Eric will be buried right there?
Well, I don't think they want to be.
I don't think so either. I don't know.
They don't want to fall down the stairs. But I think he's losing his family. He's definitely losing his family, except for Eric. Eric still lost the plot. But I think Don
Eric, he's lost, man. He's lost. He doesn't know what to do. All he knows is just sit there.
Realizes.
Yeah, Ivanka and Jarrett.
Ivanka realizes the more she talks, the more he comes into focus. So she shut up.
Yeah. Jarrett and Ivanka are the two that Donnie has to worry about. But he'll do like everybody else. He'll throw them under the bus real quick too. Daughter or no daughter. If it's a choice between Ivanka and him going to jail, he's going to pick Ivanka.
Yeah, but he's few short years left in this world. He'd sink his daughter with many years left. But she needs to be in jail as well. I mean, they're all guilty of some shit. And I just hope that in 5 years' time, it's all settled when every one of them have been charged for their family crime syndicate. And that's what it is. What's also annoying me is this Bannon tape, where Bannon described what Trump was going to do in the eve of the election or the night. That's disappeared. That should have been enough to sink him straight away.
There are people that should be in jail. Steve Bannon's one of them. Rudy Giuliani. There's a list of these suckers. Rudy's got problems.
Giuliani could be.
Yeah, Rudy Giuliani can find his ass. He's supposed to testify tomorrow, I think.
Yeah.
I think tomorrow's the day he is supposed to show up in court down in Georgia. Judge told him get on a freaking Uber ride or whatever to get your ass down here.
Yeah, but look, I just think that they're going to get all this stuff to the Supreme Court and hope the Supreme Court saves their ass. That's what they're going to try and do. That's what I think is going to happen.
Well.
And so that's going to take years, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not going to take...
this is not going to go by before, the midterms for damn sure. Of course, now the January 6th committee will wrap up before the November midterms. Because if the Republicans take the midterms, then the Republicans will just dismantle the January 6th committee. They'll come up with their own new committee. Lord knows what that's going to look like.
Yeah, well, we said it last few weeks. The long knives, that's what it'll be.
Yeah.
They will invent crimes to get rid of the opposition. Then the media, except for Fox, and OAN or whatever that is. But that's what this is the game plan. But, so how much blood does Trump want on his hands? He had the blood from COVID. He had the blood from the Kurds. I'm sure he caused deaths when he left the Kurds in the open. now he's shooting the FBI.
To me, it's the
how much
Republican
blood does
Party.
he want?
That bodies are going to be
People are
laid
dying
at
for
the
him.
feet of Republicans if they don't step up on this shit, because it's these Republicans that are out there fanning the flames to these maggots to make threats against the FBI. Did you hear about the guy in Pennsylvania? The guy that was making threats on the internet, on Gab or whatever the hell it is, and he's talking about he's going to kill a whole bunch of FBI agents and he's going to make them all drop before he does, and he won't take a single breath in FBI custody. Yeah, he's in FBI custody. Ha! Are you shitting me, you little bastard? Yeah, they finally they're going to reach out and start taking these people. As well they should.
And this is when they'll tumble. See, we all know that in any force, there's the cream at the top that will take the bullet, and then normally the lunatics. There's the mid-range ones that will say, "Oh, I'll only go so far, but I'll use my voice." And there's the hanger-oners at the bottom that will get to the point of, "Oh, this is getting serious. I'm out of here."
Yeah.
Now, I don't think there's going to be much of the top cream that is going to stand up to the police department when they are fully riot squad. You know, when they do what they've done to the Black Lives Matter people. That's what they'll face.
SWAT team shows up.
That's exactly. Jorge, how are you?
I'm good, brother. How are you doing?
I'm doing just fine, brother. How you like my new hat?
Pretty.
I'm styling a new hat, brother.
That's some styling stuff,
dude. I put on my Hawaiian shirt because I feel like, oh yeah, this is the evening party time hat.
Boy, be looking good tonight.
I mean to tell you. Bernadette, what do you think, baby?
Hi. Oh, the hat is
Hi,
bomb,
Bernie.
okay. But I do want to let Ozzy know that there won't be much blood on his hands because they're really small.
Yeah. Well, one drop would cover his hands, let's be honest here. Come on.
Right?
Yeah.
Shit.
But
Well, did you see that posting I put in the chat there that when they're examining the documents, if you find crayon on there, Eric's handled them. If you find cocaine on there, Don Jr.'s handled them.
Yeah.
And if you find makeup on there, Ivanka's got handled them.
There you go.
Right?
It's part of the whole family. Bernadette, you doing okay,
Hey,
baby?
they all go down. I am doing okay. We have a fire, the second largest fire in California this year.
Oh, shit.
That's probably about 30,000 acres. That's about 100 miles away from me.
Really?
So we're getting a lot of the smoke, the drifting smoke, and it's socked in down here. And I just hate this part of summer that, you know, we can't see the mountains and the air is just filled with smoke. It's just horrible.
It's sad.
It's very exhausting.
You would think we need to do something about that kind of stuff. I think Joe Biden did today.
I got my own yard to rake. I can't go out and rake the forest.
You
I
can't
got
go
my
rake
own
the
yard
rest
to
of
rake.
it. You got your own stuff to take care of. That bill he signed today, though, is going to have, what, $600 and some odd billion for climate change, for the environment,
And
which
I
is
tell
a
you
major
something.
step.
Firefighters are some of the most impressive people on the planet. They run into flames when everybody else is running away from them. I got mad respect for these people.
Indeed, as we all should.
Yes, most certainly.
Yeah.
You know, they're the ones that
Yes.
go in and fight the battle, baby. And
They're
heroes are
impressive.
born of battles, baby, and those guys are. So,
Yep.
you know, it's
So you know they got a lot more heart than the fucking Republican Party does.
I'm telling you, man.
Oh God! And I've just been praying to the universe that Sarah Palin does not get elected. I
Oh,
couldn't deal with
Lord,
this woman.
please. You know, I said earlier on my show today, though, on my video that I put out, speaking of where, just leadership is born in conflict, baby. You don't need leadership if there's nothing going on wrong. And Joe Biden providing it. And heroes are born of battles. And the battle that's going on within the Republican Party right now, I am no friend of Liz Cheney's, but I respect her for her standing up and her position in this. And I guarantee you, Liz Cheney's walking out of Wyoming, win or lose tonight. She's walking out of Wyoming a hero. And it might take a long time for the Republican Party to realize that. But hopefully one day they do.
I think she got plans for bigger and better things to do.
I certainly.
And you know, like I said before, I got nothing, absolutely nothing in common with this woman, except for the fact that she is dead on Trump's ass.
Except that she is standing up for truth.
Balls for that. So,
yeah.
Liz, go ahead, hold your head up high. You're doing a good thing for your country. That's a patriot.
Yeah, Media Main 6. I agree, John. I hate her politics, and her father should be in prison for life. But, yeah. And that's how I think most Democrats are looking at it. We got Democrats in Wyoming switching parties to vote in this primary.
At this point, I'd rather have her on our side than I'd trade her for Kristen Sinema any day.
Any day of the week. Or Sarah Palin.
I'd trade her.
Yeah.
I think Liz has her eyes on the White House.
What's that?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she does.
Yes.
And the Republicans, if they were smart, they'd run
should
her.
She run for the White House, I will do everything possible to make sure she does not get elected, okay?
Yes, I would.
Absolutely,
but I think she'd stand a better chance than any Republican I see now. She could pull a whole lot of independents and stuff because of her stand with Trump.
Well, at least it'd be some kind of sanity in the Republican Party.
Well,
that's what they need, sanity at the moment.
We got to do everything in our power to make sure that doesn't happen.
She could be what they need to rebuild in 5-6 years, because it's going to take them 5-6 years to clean the shit and get some respect back from the public.
Yeah, the Republican Party's got a long way to go before that happens.
Yeah, they do.
That right now they're stuck with the maggot
brigade. She can bring it there.
You know how I spent most of my morning?
The leader.
I wanted to finish my book, Peril, this morning, but I was checking my social media and whatnot, and I checked TikTok, and there it is. There's a troll. And boy, howdy shit, he's telling me that we don't need no stinking government, and he can live without the government and all this bullshit. So I responded to him and said, says the man who travels on public highways, it relies on emergency services. I gave him a list of stuff that the government does for him. He wrote back, I don't use any of that. Really? Well, really? You don't drive? You don't have a driver's license and all that shit? But he kept after me. And so I toyed with him for a while. His handle on TikTok.
Wiggle the bait.
Oh, man. I went to go look because, after a while, I just got tired. Who the hell are you? So I went to go look, and his handle is, his name is the White Horse. The Order of the White Horse. The Order of the White Horse, and his handle is Grim, and he's in a militia. So I go to look at his page. He's got 4 videos. He's got 9 likes. He's got 2 followers. And his video is him. Somebody took a video of him loading a magazine with 22 shells. And then that's all you see of him. And then it pans up and you see him putting on a motorcycle helmet so you can't see his face. And he's got his flak jacket on, no weapon. His flak jacket, and he's holding a "Don't Tread on Me" sign. And I wrote back to him. I said,
John,
Grim
he seems really dangerous, John. He looks
Grim of the White Horse, Order of the White Horse, Grand Poobah of Bubba's Backyard Barricade Militia and Lawn Care Service, and keeper of the QAnon flashlight. I razzed his ass when I went onto his site and started talking shit about. I asked him, "Did your mama make that video?" And all of a sudden he was gone. I don't know.
John, you shouldn't play with the trolls.
I know. That's the first thing Travis would do. Tell me, don't play with trolls, Dad. But there's fun sometimes. They make such idiots out there, so.
John, you're a much bigger YouTube creator than that.
I know, but I like to have fun sometimes, too.
I understand. But feeding the trolls is never good.
I do.
Okay?
Take the high road.
I do. I ended up by telling him, because he made a comment. I told him, I said, listen here, brother. 10 years in the Navy, 16 for the Army. I don't have to justify my shit for any fucking buddy. No fucking buddy. And, He said he was in the Marine Corps, but I didn't believe him. He didn't sound like a fucking Marine for one thing. And I don't know. I just reminded him that Steve Bannon is a veteran, that Michael Flynn is a veteran. There are veterans out there that have turned their back on their oath. And like I said, just like the Confederate soldiers in Arlington, they will be buried with their back to our nation. They'll always be traitors when they follow this man. That's all there is to it, baby.
Yep.
You know, so I don't cut him any slack.
He could go by way of the rest of those patriots or Proud Boys.
Yeah.
He could go to prison just like the rest of them can.
Bubba's Backyard Brigade, baby. They're all over the place. They're the ones that's going to start the Civil War. Really?
Yeah.
Well, you know what's annoying is that
I hope they don't hurt
once all
themselves
these
in the process.
once all these bastards start going to prison, the people that own the prisons are going to make money. And they're probably Republicans that own the prisons, because they're private prisons, aren't they?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We got them all over the place, baby.
Absolutely.
There's money to be made off of people.
Yeah, the fascists are going to make money off their own fascists being jailed.
Yep.
Excellent.
Lord have
But
mercy.
John, you're a much bigger YouTube creator than the troll is, so don't play with the
I
trolls.
know.
It's
I try not. I try not to poke them with a stick, but sometimes it's just
I
fun.
know.
You know.
Besides, that's my job.
That's true. That's true. And we have another one tonight,
Oh,
so I'm waiting for her to
We
start
have
poking them.
we have a new YouTube moderator, and I want to say congratulations to Miss Linda.
Miss
She's
Linda.
not only a YouTube moderator, she's also a Discord moderator. So y'all be nice to her because I'm
That's
watching.
right. She can whack you.
Oh, yeah.
She
She
can
can
whack
you. And so I know she's going to do a good job for it because, yeah, we
She's
occasionally
gonna
get the
do it.
troll in here, come in here.
Yeah.
I don't know why they come in here. They're late for their fucking QAnon meeting. They're supposed to be there with their flashlight, holding it up to their face and going, boo. I don't know.
Hey, guys, just to change the
there
subject,
goes.
did you see that person caught, I think it was in Michigan, removing Trump merchandise tags on the clothing that says Made in China and replacing with Made in America or Made in USA?
Really? Really?
Yeah,
Changing
I think
tags.
it's like, yeah. Change the tags of the clothes Made in China to Made in USA.
Well, you know, as long as the maggots think it, they'll lie to them there. If they're going to lie to them about
Hey.
everything else, they can lie to them about the merchandise, too.
You know, Trump's American flags are made in China, along with his
Yeah.
neckties and his daughter Ivanka. She's pretty much made in China too.
She got a hell of a lot of trademarks in China during the last 4 years. Or when
Probably
he
got her
was-
boobs in
a
China.
shitload of them. And what, Jared's walking out with suitcases full of money out of Saudi Arabia. I think they
Yes,
made a pretty
well.
profitable 4 years of business there.
Oh, but Hunter's the criminal.
Well, supposedly they got paid like $4 million or something for their services.
Yeah, what services? What services?
Consulting.
To the country as
Yeah.
as like cabinet members or whatever,
Didn't she
I
get paid
wonder-
$300,000 to consult money?
advisors.
Yeah, what was that, Dave?
She got paid $300,000 in one payment for consulting fees on some subject.
Well, yeah.
And there was a bit of a hullabaloo about, hang on, she's already on salary. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But she got a consultant fee for her company.
Yeah, and if she's an advisor
From
to
the
the
White
president,
House.
what's she getting side money for?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's just bonuses. to the-
It was just a way to grift. That's the way the Trump family is. They're
That's
all
all it
grifters.
was.
It's what they know.
They do what they know to do. Steal money.
They
Get chumps to send them money. Look at all the little
Daddy
maggots
and
that are out there.
Carney, and they're all carnies.
Yeah, carnival barkers.
You think that case of
Carnies.
Manhattan when that Bragg closed down will get reactivated? But that's a pretty strong case, you know, and that's 25 years or 30 years jail.
Which one's that, Dave? I didn't catch it.
The one in Manhattan with all the mail fraud, the insurance and the tax and all that linked together. These two guys had resigned when Bragg come along, Mr. Bragg, and said, "Nah,
Yeah,
You're not
I
gonna
think
proceed with this?
I think it's proceeding because not long ago they were given access to his tax forms. That just finally got
Well,
cleared through the court.
Weisselberg has copped the deal with New York now today.
Yes, he's going to plead guilty, but that doesn't mean that he will turn on Trump.
Tell us
But he's
first.
not going to testify
Oh,
against the Trumps.
Exactly.
Yeah, his what's his name?
Weisselberg.
Weisselberg.
Yeah,
He was
Weisselberg.
the CFO.
yeah, he's the
Financial
main money
officer.
man. Yeah, I heard it fleeting on the TV when I came in that he was pleading guilty.
He does 100 days in jail and walks away.
No shit. Boy, had a crap. Well, they're
Yeah,
making.
but you know what? It's still
Oh, man.
this
100 days.
but this still has implication on the Trump organization. Okay.
Correct.
And
Yeah,
Trump-
they'll let this old man do 100 days in jail.
Wait a second, Jorge. Trump has the possibility of being a co-conspirator in this particular case. Okay, so this is going to have an effect on Trump, regardless of Weisselberg. Okay, Weisselberg is never going to give Trump up because he knows where everything's fucking buried. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So they'll get a guilty plea on this case, and it's going to have an effect on the Trump organization. The thing is that the Ways and Means Committee in the I think it's the House was granted access to Trump's taxes, and now that started when Trump first took office. That's how long that case
6
has been
years
going on. Yeah, for more than that because Biden's been in office for 2.
Yeah,
So-
that's right because it's been going on longer before he was even in office.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so that's a good thing that the IRS does have to give up his taxes, and we may never see them. However, but laws can be made in order to stop people like Trump from gaining
ever doing
office
this
and
shit
not
again.
revealing their taxes. Exactly.
We have.
They've got to make an example of Trump. If they don't make an example of this, and especially such a serious crime, these are not minor crimes, like a Nixon type crime. These are very serious espionage charges that can eventuate here. If they don't make an example of him, someone smarter, someone with more backing is going to succeed and turn your country into a nightmare.
Pull it off.
Okay, well, I got to go look.
It's like saying, well, if you're president and you try a coup, that's okay. You can't have that, because you're president and you want to overturn the country. That's okay. Don't do it again.
I'm looking for something here in the
No, they need to stop it right here and now.
Pastor
Correct.
Bill. Somebody tried to tell me, hey, listen to Pastor Bill.
They'll do it.
I was just thinking that you look like a car in the. Actually, do you work for Barnum and Bailey at one time? Oh, Pastor Bill, don't you have a congregation of QAnon members to go preach to? What the hell are you doing here? I kind of fancy my new hat. I kind of like it. It's a whole lot better than that treasonous shit that you're preaching out. What the hell, Pastor? Oh, if you're a pastor,
John.
buddy, let me inform you. If
John.
you sport that
John.
asshole, you pissed
John.
on your God.
John.
Yes, ma'am,
John.
I know.
You're getting caught up,
Bill-
John.
I know.
Okay.
Pastor Bill, really? Yeah, he's about as much of a pastor as I am. Ah, shit.
Pasture.
Yeah, I think it's pasture. He's out in the
Bill.
pasture somewhere.
He's out
Looking
there
under
out
cow
left
patties,
field
looking for Donnie Boy,
somewhere,
I
yeah.
guess. I don't know. Pastor,
Looking
I
for
don't
mushrooms
fucking
out in
think
the
so, you
pasture.
little dweeb. Ah,
John,
huh?
John, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I know.
Uh,
I should
all
leave
you
it
have to do
alone,
is
but I
put
do
that
have
hat-
so much entertainment. But
All
just,
you got to do, John, is wear the hat in because it needs to be softened and get some shape to your head. That's
yeah,
natural.
it's a new hat.
new
It's got.
fucking hat.
It's gonna fly with
Yeah.
it. You know, I kind of
Yeah.
like it. Barnum and Bailey.
Yeah,
Shit,
just don't
brother.
listen to the crap.
You want Barnum and Bailey? Go look up
at
at Mar-a-Lago. I think there's a big ass clown up there, baby. I'm talking about clown show. Hell, the Republican Party is nothing but a clown show now. What do you got? Marjorie Taylor Greene, Bo Bart, Paul Gosar, shit, Michael Cloud, my congressman.
Sarah Palin's making a comeback?
Yep, I guess so. I guess so.
Yeah, that who?
You know, she reads all the magazines, you know, all of them. Which one? Well, all of them. Every one of them.
Them.
Thank
the
you,
magazines,
Leanne.
all of them.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, look at there. Maria Betancourt. Pastor, he probably puts his pickle in his church. What? All right, we'll leave him alone. See one of them that got caught up in pedophile churches? I think it is. I don't know. Look up Pastor.
Yes.
What's his name?
The Mormons. It was the Mormons.
The Mormons, that what he is? Pastor for them?
Yep.
Well, I don't know. I don't have much faith in anybody
The
that
Church
calls
of
himself.
Moron Incorporated.
That's what it is, baby. That's what it is.
Hey, what's this bullshit about the defence in one of these states here? I was just quickly reading today, or this morning while waiting for the show, that they said that this 16-year-old had to have no abortion because she was too young to have one.
Yes, Florida.
Is that
Florida, was it?
There was a judge down in Florida
What a fucking
that
joke.
ruled that a young lady who's, I think she's about 16 years old, and she's pregnant. She could not have an abortion. She's going to be forced to carry the baby because she's too immature to
Make the decision.
make that kind of a decision.
But
So
she's
that
not
means
too
that
immature to
she's-
become a mother.
Yes, she's
My
mature
God.
enough to have a baby and raise that, but she can't make a decision. It's bullshit.
You want to
It's
see
bullshit.
the disgusting nature of people like Pastor Bill, which you can believe. Pastor Bill is one of these. He is all for
John,
the best. I
John.
know, huh?
John, forget it. Pastor Bill's gone. He can't hear you. He's not
Oh, but he
coming
might
back.
still be listening. Well, he
He's not
probably
coming
moved
back.
on because he's a little weasel, but people
Well,
like
I-
him.
I-
People like Pastor Bill, which you know
John,
he is all about.
John,
Huh?
I booted him off the channel. He's not coming back.
Oh, too bad. But people like him, who scream that they speak for the babies. Really? A 16-year-old, she's a baby herself.
Yes.
Your fake
And
morality.
she's attending school, and she knew that she's too young to care for a child. She knew that she didn't want to do that. She does have a guardian, and the guardians did help her to come to the decision to do the abortion, but they're not going to allow that to happen because the guardians are not her parents, and in Florida, a minor needs parental consent in order to have an abortion. So they're going in a roundabout way of saying, well, since that's just your guardian, it's not your parent, you can't have an abortion because you're not old enough, you're not mature enough to make that kind of decision. Although she's received counseling, she's read the pamphlets, she knows what she wants to do, she knows what she doesn't want to do. She is trying to go to school and get her education. She knows she don't want to do a baby at the same time. But she's not old enough, she's not mature enough to make that kind. Fucking DeSantis, okay? That's
Yeah.
what this is.
Now she can't leave the state to go to another state because they'll arrest her.
This is going to be on the ballot more than people think come this November. It's not going to. You're not going to be an abortion issue on the ballot, but that issue is going to be there. And I think a lot of women across this country, regardless of political persuasion, are thinking about voting Democrat just because of this.
Well, I sent you a 2 for Blue possibility that we need to promote, and that's Nikki Fried for Florida governor. Bright young lady.
I
Bright
saw
young
that.
lady.
We're gonna get that in on the next one. I still have Mandela
Yeah.
Barnes up here, up in Wisconsin, and for going for the Senate seat up there, we need to take that away from Ron Johnson. He's a disgusting idiot anyway. And Mandela Barnes needs your support. So if you can afford a few dollars, there's his web address right there. You can go to his .com and make a donation right there. And on that note, also we have my man down here in Texas, Beto O'Rourke, running for governor down here, he is within 1 point of Greg Abbott. This is a heavily red
he's
state,
doing well.
but we are doing
doing
damn
well.
good. And it looks like we might have a solid push right here in November to push him over at the top. And, man, I am really hoping he does. Texas needs a man like Beto O'Rourke, and we need to turn this state around, baby.
If Texas turns blue, it's all over for the Republicans.
It is. It is. As Texas goes, so do a lot of other western states, baby. And I'm hoping
No,
that
this is
tonight
it.
in Wyoming, I'm not expecting Liz Cheney to win, but I'm hoping that she gets a substantial mark on the ballot. But regardless, she's going to walk out a winner. And like you said, I think she does. She has her eye on 2024 in the presidency. And she's,
Well, John,
yeah.
I think so.
I got a question for you.
What's that, Tony?
I seen earlier on the AOL that down in Texas, they had this group called the MAGA Women Against Your Governor. Wants him out of there. And he's trying to turn the state into a fascist state.
Yeah,
They want to vote him out.
there are Republicans
sure
in this
he is.
state that are tired of his bullshit. He's an embarrassment to our state. Every time we turn around, he's pulling some bullshit stunt like shipping migrants to New York or Washington or sealing up the border for 100%.
Free bus rides all over everywhere.
Yeah, that's
And we're paying for it.
and Greg Abbott is just he's all about the show, about making a spectacle and making himself look good. But he just succeeds in making himself look
And
like a
Ken
fool.
Paxton.
Ken
Ken
Paxton and
good God.
what's his name?
Dan Patrick.
That's him. Our state is just,
Oh,
it's ate
God.
up. Our state
That
is
much.
tired of being embarrassed by our governors, our senators, our congressmen. They're constantly in the news for being a dumbass.
All our leaders are an embarrassment.
They are. And Texas is about tired of this shit. So, yeah, we stand a
Yeah.
good chance, and that's why Beto O'Rourke is within 1 point. And I think they're reading it low.
If we can turn Texas blue, that it will tilt the whole thing, the whole game, and the Republican seal is over.
I hear that.
Yeah, Keith Ellis says he sees Texas and Pennsylvania turning blue, but not Florida. Marco Rubio's got a hard grip on that state down there. But Val Deming's down there.
It won't matter.
Nope. If the people come out,
If Texas and Pennsylvania turn blue,
well, we need Pennsylvania
Well,
not
GOP
only for the
is
governorship, but also in the Senate. We need it in the Senate.
Yep.
Yeah.
We need
Yeah.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I think we can get
You gotta get.
Wisconsin, Ohio, North Carolina's on the docket. There's states that we can flip, baby. And I think the not only the Roe decision, but a lot of things that the Republicans have been doing here lately, trying to back this idiot, and they dig a hole deeper and deeper. A lot of Republicans are going to
Yeah.
turn on them. Conservatives are going to turn.
they get tired of this reality show bullshit.
What was it? Laura Ingraham on Fox News said it was time to turn the page on Trump.
And support someone else like DeSantis.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. If they're going to start saying that on Fox News, then yeah, he's lost. If he loses Fox News, baby, he's what you going to have? Breitbart, OAN, I don't know. One American News, I guess.
Newsmax.
Huh?
Newsmax or
Newsmax or
Is
something.
That
Truth
guy
Social,
on Fox. That guy on Fox's morning show, that girl, those two others. The guy, Ducey, I think his name is, the taller, slim guy with the fair hair.
Yeah.
He's saying about, toning it down and, got to back off here. Mr. Trump's got to tell people to back it down and blah, blah, blah. And the other guy, Kilmeade, is it? Kilmeade?
Yeah.
He just
Ryan
says the
Kilmeade,
opposite.
something
He
like
says
that.
the opposite. Yeah, Kilmeade. He says those two must debate over behind stage because whenever
That guy looks like he's always about a
Trump
quarter
back
bubble
down.
off. every time I see
Hillary
him.
backs Trump up. He says, you know, but you got to remember this and this and this, and kills the statement that Douchey made. I mean, this guy Kilmeade is a problem. He's a real sicko. Besides that, Laura Ingraham, he's a real sicko. But you know, as you said, Laura Ingraham is saying now, back off, got to support someone else. You know, but she says I've been a friend of Trump's for 25 years. What does that tell you about her?
Yeah. It's a slight change in the breeze, but you know they've got a long way to go before Fox News, Fox Bullshit Mountain turns their back on Donnie. That's their bread and butter. That's their viewers. They rely on the heavily idiotic of the world, the stupidest of us. That's their audience.
I liken Fox News to those lawyers you call ambulance chasers.
What's that, Dave?
Yeah.
I like the Fox News. I liken them to lawyers that chase ambulances. You know, those ambulance chasers.
Yeah.
Yeah, just looking for the cheap way out. The easy, cheap way out.
Yeah, most of those lawyers only have one number for a phone. I don't care if you call the 2s, the 3s, the 4s, the 5s, the 7s. If you're going to get a lawyer, and they're going to be an ambulance chaser. That's what they're going to be. Yeah. You know, they're just cheap markers that are in it for the dough. As quick as they can get it, they'll sell you anything.
But how dare they call themselves news? Because they're not news, and they use that as a defence. We're not news. We're a variety show.
They are an entertainment corporation.
News.
That's their out.
Yeah.
They are not listed as a news organization, but they use that heavily. You know, and they try to present themselves as news. It's not news. Are you shitting me? Sean Hannity, he's just another. Well, who was it? Goebbels was that? Goebbels was the propaganda minister.
The propaganda. Goebbels, yep.
But we have to be careful. You know, when especially sitting there thinking about Goebbels, we have to remember that Hitler in 1923 tried a coup in Germany. Didn't work. Coup failed.
He got shot.
Yeah, well, he ended up in prison.
Went to jail.
But then he came back 10 years later.
He wrote Mein Kampf.
Yes. He wrote Mein Kampf, and he came back out of prison. And 10 years later, he's a dictator. And look what happened. So we can't treat Trump like well, we'll just slap him on the wrist this time, baby. No, he's going to try to come back one day. And we need to handle this shit today.
Spank that ass.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Put him in prison and have him drop the bar of soap. I don't really care what happens to him.
Espionage is espionage. And he's under investigation for espionage.
Yeah, Lilu says it all. Hitler, the original MAGA. And it is.
Yes.
If you look at the correlation between what the Nazi Party was back then and what we see out of the maggots now, is it any different? No.
Mm-mm.
No, they got their brown shirts. They got the whole 9 yards. They're threatening violence.
This is not the first time fascism and Nazism has risen in the United States. Okay, it's not the first time.
No.
No, it's not.
We go through these cycles about every 80 years.
So we've been through this shit.
We just need to squash this shit again. This is what we have to keep. Our republic, if we can keep it. It is truly up to us to take our asses to the polls and go vote.
Yeah, because if you listen to the people down in Arizona right now, they're not too keen on this democracy thing anymore. Openly advocating against democracy. They want to go for an autocracy. There's a hashtag split the states. Each state becomes its own country. You tell me these people call themselves patriot Americans or whatever the fuck thing they want to try to call themselves?
There will be some states like Arizona, like Mississippi, like Florida, like Louisiana. There will be some states that get left out of the abundance that is America as United States.
The United States of America, and
they rely on money from the government to survive most of those states.
Yes, they do. So be careful what you ask for.
Correct.
Keith Ellis reminds us that New York had a Nazi rally in 1968. which is
They did.
not that long ago,
Not
baby.
that long ago.
Being here in Minnesota, a blue state,
Hello, Keith.
prospering, does that mean that I don't have to pay for Texas or Tennessee or Arkansas folks anymore?
Nope, you don't have to pay for nobody but everybody in Minnesota. That's it. To hell with all them other people. They're not real Americans anyway. You know that, Keith. Just the people of Minnesota, buddy. Come on. All the rest of them are just turning their back on everything. That's the way they think.
How sad.
How sad, Keith. And they call themselves patriots. They call themselves Americans and wave our flag with 50 stars on it. Yeah.
Next to the Confederate flag?
Okay, but in the backdrop,
Yes.
in
yeah,
the backdrop
correct.
of all this, the House passed a $839 billion defense bill. Just
What a
in the
joke.
meantime, you know.
What a joke. I mean,
Yeah.
5% of that would solve your health care problem.
Come, I
Another
mean, you know,
5%
I
would
hate to
solve
throw
the poor,
cold water
starving
on it,
children.
but
Well,
God,
hold on one at a time now.
With that.
Oh.
Sorry, John. They could fix so much America with that crap.
$839 billion fucking dollars.
You could cut that in half, still have a strong military, and use that for the rest of the benefit of the United States as a whole. You know, socialism, stuff like that.
But why can't we have health care for everyone?
The one thing that, you know, and have no doubt, I support the military 100%. That's why I made my life. It was in the military.
You do?
But could we cut the defense bill? Oh, hell yeah. There is a lot of fraud, waste, and abuse in the defense system. It's baked
Half
into
of
it.
that money would go to the defense contractors' pockets.
Yes. Yes. Go look up defense contractor CEO pay. And then when you do that, mind yourself, that's taxpayers' dollars. That's who's paying his ass.
Look at their profit and loss margin.
I'm sorry, I have a lot of history, a lot of experience with
I know you do,
defense
John.
contractors. That I don't give a fuck if you're buying a screw or an actuator or whatever the fuck it is. The way they get around shit is the shipping cost.
$600 hammer?
Oh yeah, a $600 hammer, but we have an $800 shipping fee.
$600 hammer. You remember that, right?
You know, I always say this. I caveat. I saw a headline in the I think it was in the Washington Post, and it said that the prosecutors are having a hard time catching up with the backlog of fraudulent claims against the government for PPP loans. And I caveat this by saying, and I have said this all my life, nobody is willing to screw over the U.S. government like good old-fashioned U.S. citizens, baby. A lot of our citizens, if they see an inch of a way to work their way in and get money out of the government, you bet your ass they will.
Yeah.
And the PPP program, a program designed to try to rescue businesses from going over. Baby, there are a whole lot of businesses, some of them I know personally, who got a whole lot of money from that PPP program and did not spend it on their fucking business. So, you know, there's a lot of fraud out there. But this headline was prosecutors are having a hard time catching up, prosecuting all the cases of people who stole fucking money.
Does that include your neighbor right across the
Well,
road?
I ain't saying. I'm just saying. You know? That dime's already been dropped, buddy. What, you know, it's sad. It is. Because programs that we see that Congress pass and that have fabulous names, and we're trying to do the right thing for the right people.
Trying to help people.
It is taken advantage of by people who with unscrupulous business practices. You know, they're just in it for the dime, like people like Donnie, like the Trumps, period. You know, they're just in it. You know, they'll wave the flag and talk great about America and then fuck it over in a heartbeat.
They do take after their feckless leader.
Yes, they do. If they can grift from it, they will. And that's what a lot of them do. Let me see. Who's got their hand up down here? Oh, DJ. I see it. Trying to keep an
I
eye
tell you what,
on
though,
my
when
screen.
Trump goes down, a lot of them will follow, and that's what they're worried about. You know,
I'm waiting on.
Will he take the rest of them with him?
I'm waiting on that answer myself. And you know who I'm looking at most, really, besides Donnie? Mark Meadows. Mark Meadows, Donnie's chief of staff.
Meadows got
The
target
problem
on his
is,
back.
John, that none of these Republicans have any shame about
No.
what the fuck they did
No.
and or continue to do.
No.
They have no shame about this shit.
No, and they're not going to do
They're not
anything
rich
unless
off
they're
of
put
it.
in a position that they are forced to. And that's what I want to see with Mark Meadows. I want to see him painted into a corner where he can't make a step, baby, without getting his shoe in it. You know,
The only problem with that one is that he's already been granted some sort of quasi immunity because he did give up
Immunity.
so much information.
he
JC
has certain
committee.
privileges, you know, executive privilege on conversations with the president, but not with other people. You know, his actions or lack of actions that day are just as bad as Trump's. You know, we heard Hutchison testify about him laying on the couch during the middle of the riot, saying, "You heard him. He doesn't want to do anything about it," while he pokes on his phone. Really, you lazy ass? Get your ass up and go in there and convince him different. But no, Mark Meadows didn't do that. He just laid on the couch. Well, whatever the boss wants to do, if he wants to burn the country down, I guess it's okay with me.
Well, I guess it's cool.
Yeah.
Well, he did warn her, didn't he, saying that tomorrow's going to be, you know, a day of shit or something to Cassie, when she had questioned him the night before about something she'd heard, like, we're not going to the Capitol, are we, something?
Yeah.
And he said, Meadows said to her something along the lines of, well, tomorrow's going to be full of, you know, mayhem or something. So Meadows knew the night before.
Yeah, they all knew the night before. Hell, they've been planning it for a week. Hell, look at Steve Bannon up there telling everybody on the night before. It's not going to be what you think it's going to be. Really? What's it going to be, Steve?
All hell is going to break loose.
Yes. Well, Donnie
That's what he
himself,
said.
come to Washington on January 6th. We'll be wild. Really? Really? Yes, it was planned. This wasn't just an impromptu, they got carried away shit. No. This was a planned insurrection, an attempt by the Republican Party to overthrow an election by any means necessary. And Donnie is still sitting out there whining about he won.
By accident.
Yeah. No, none of this was by accident.
Spectacle. It could not be an accident.
Mm-mm.
Well, I can tell you in the 60s, none of our marches ever turned into that.
Nope. No.
No.
Hell, don't even have to look back in the 60s. All you have to do is look, you know, like I said the other day with these idiots standing in front of the FBI building in Phoenix down there with their weapons or anything, or people, the right-wing nut jobs marking down the street with their weapons. You don't see liberal protests.
Right.
They're carrying signs, not weapons, because we're not looking for that. We're looking for solutions to problems, and they're looking for a war.
I heard something about there was a Trump rally somewhere and nobody showed up. Is that true?
Oh, I hope so.
The protest or something?
No.
I'm sure if he had a rally, somebody showed up.
Oh, so it was
One
canceled.
of the
Is that what it
rallies.
There was
Some stinking loser and show up.
a rally today that did get scheduled because nobody showed up. That did get canceled because nobody showed up.
Really?
I read that right before we came online.
Where is that at?
I just can't remember where it was. I'm sorry.
No.
Hey, it's going to be the start. Day by day, drip, drip, drip. That's what Laura Ingraham said. They're tired of this steady onslaught of a fight that they always have to do with this guy.
That twit.
Well,
Yeah.
I've been friends with Trump for 20 years, and I think it's time we should move on. No, you should have been done moved on from that one.
Yeah. Yeah, turn the page. That's what she's out there saying now because people are getting tired of the fight. You know,
well, they're
I
saying
bet they
Republicans are getting a bounce from this the raid on Mar-a-Lago and the other things that are going on and with January 6th, which scares me a little bit, but I don't see them getting that big of a bounce. I think it's going to be gone by election.
I do too. DJ, how are you doing?
Pretty good. Just
Good.
a little tired tonight, so I've just been listening in. You know, it's
Well, we're glad you
one
did.
of those long days when I put guitars up for sale online. You know, the biggest mistake I ever made was
What?
not get one of those federally protected loans for my guitar business.
Oh, yeah, you should have got one, buddy. Should have jumped right in there.
I didn't think about it.
What kind of
Get you a
guitars
couple
you
$1 million.
got on
What the
sale?
hell? Yeah.
Well, if you want to talk to me at some point after this, I can tell you plenty about them, but I don't want to waste John's time here talking about them. I'll be happy to get with you and talk about them.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
buddy,
cool.
DJ's got some.
I
He's
got a
got
lot
some.
of guitar players around here.
Yes, he does.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, if you could, John, if you could connect the two of us when we're offline, Catman and myself or whatever.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, after the
Then,
show, when we go into the Blue Room, that's the place to go. There's several rooms. Y'all could get a
Yeah,
y'all
How
could
do
get a
I
room by
connect the
yourself
Blue
if
Room?
you
I've
want.
never been there.
Yeah. You've never been to
I've
the
never
Blue
been to
Room?
the Blue Room. No.
Oh, you know,
How do I get there?
just search for the Blue
Take
Room.
the first left off Maple and third right off
Yeah,
Alexander.
it's easy. And don't turn
Okay.
right on the light. Make a left at the light.
Okay.
There's a cop that normally sits there and gets
And
people for
down
doing
there
that.
on Upholstery Avenue at the corner of 3rd and Furniture.
Look for the sign that's stapled on the telephone pole. No, the
Ready
Blue
for
Room.
active conversation.
That's where we all
Okay.
go after the
With
show.
each other.
After the show, everybody in the audience and on Discord, we all run over to the Blue Room so we can all join in the conversation together.
Well, I'll figure out how to get there.
Yeah, just,
DJ, I'll try to send you an invite to the Blue Room server.
there you go.
Thank you very
Good
much.
idea.
That'll
Sure.
make it easy. See, our moderators are
Yeah.
on top of that stuff, man. But for anybody
We
that
got
wishes to
good-
come by and
good
join the
crew here.
conversation, that's the way to do it. Just be
What
nice.
I also want to know, John, is, and I don't want you to say it on the air, but I want to know what your P.O. box is where I can mail you those 2 flags. I can't use them. Maybe you can do something with them at your house.
Well, for one,
You don't have to fly them. I just give them to you. They're still brand new in the package.
well, after the show, I can give you my address. I don't have a post office box anymore. It's one of the things that, along with everything else, the price of post office boxes went up, and
Oh, really?
I've had it for
Okay.
6 years,
Lost
but
money.
yeah, I couldn't keep it up, so I had to lose
You,
it. and-
you can thank, DeJoy for that, for the cost of postal service going up,
yeah,
because,
There you are.
Why isn't he fired yet?
Yeah, and that bastard's still in charge, isn't he?
Yes. Why has he
Yes,
not
he
been
is.
fired?
because he
Good
is
God.
he is appointed by the president. However, he is governed
Committee.
by the Postal Commission.
But we got 3 more Democrats that went on there, didn't we? We got 3 more Democrats on there, so we got.
Yes, but I do believe
night,
that
Teresa.
there's still more Republicans than there are Democrats on that board.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Wow. I could say we need to kick a few butts and get them off there.
yes.
Yeah,
I
that's
agree with you.
insane.
we got a lot of
Yeah,
ass
he cost
kicking
you a lot
to
of
do.
money, that guy. He cost
What's
you
that guy,
millions when he tore those
The,
machines up.
guy who's in charge of looking over Homeland Security and all that, who's not going to look into the text messaging, and he's defying the Justice Department right now. Did you read about that today? He's saying, no, I won't look at these texts. He's the auditor or whatever you want to call him.
Okay.
And it was in the,
Not the Inspector General.
is it, he,
Inspector General.
The only Inspector General case I know of right now is Department of Homeland Security over the Secret Service, and Benny Thompson
right,
and,
and the
are
the
asking
guy
or
who's in
saying
charge,
that he should.
I guess the Inspector General is
yeah.
saying he's not going to look into it any further.
Yeah, they're asking for him to resign because they're
Well,
accusing
I
him of
know.
obstruction of justice because, it's over a year since those messages were deleted or the phones were swiped or whatever. And he just stalled this whole, he's not letting some of the Secret Service agents, employees
Nobody's
testify.
looking at this?
Huh?
There's a bunch of Democrats yelling about it, but I don't see anybody actually doing anything to move him out of there.
Well,
The corruption runs deep.
Yes.
he's under a lot of pressure right now to move out of the way. He's been accused of like I say, obstruction of justice, obstruction of a congressional inquiry.
I'm too tired to think of his name. What's his name, John?
Oh, shit. Yeah, I know.
Alexander. Let me get it right. I just saw it.
I can't remember what his name is.
Let's
Mayorkas
just
is
call him
head of
dirtbag.
Homeland Security. But I
Okay.
don't think it's him because he was appointed by Biden. I believe it's the Inspector General.
It is the Inspector
And-
General, and he's a
Right.
Trump appointee.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Go figure. Which is ridiculous that the damn.
Is it Kafari?
Hang on, I'll tell you in a sec.
BFARI.
Damn it, I can't remember. You know, that's
Joseph Kafari, watchdog, faces rebukes from lawmakers. In missing
that
text
troll?
cases. Joseph Kafari.
Kafari, that's his name.
it. That's it.
Yes. He has refused congressional requests for documents and staff testimony about the erasure of the Secret Service communications related to January 6th.
Yeah.
He's the one that stopped, after they had found out that the text had been erased and all the rest of that. And there are processes that
Jerry.
you could go through to recover those texts. He refused to do those things.
Yeah.
And so, he's not going to.
Yeah, and it was over a
he-
year
yeah.
before he reported that those messages had been
Right,
swiped, had been deleted.
right.
You know, it's pretty obvious that
This is
he's
all
trying to
wrong.
muck it up.
This is all wrong, John. This
Yes.
is all wrong, the way this government is being... the government actually is not the government anymore. What it is the Department of People for the corporations. We're the corporations, we own the government, we bought you. Now just look after the people and keep their mouths shut while we rip the
Well,
fuck
you
out
know,
of them.
Joe Biden does have the capability of removing any and all of these fuckers because they work at the privilege of the president.
Yep, they serve at the pleasure of the
Right.
president.
And
So,
why not so?
yeah, I don't know why he
So,
isn't tossed a
anytime
whole
Joe
lot
Biden
more
want
of
to
them on their ass.
get off the stick and go ahead and get rid of these assholes, but then you're going to appoint somebody who's new to the job, and then they got to start from square one to pick up the pieces and try, and it's going to take forever to do it. It's going to take forever to do it.
Jordan needs to go. Period. No questions about it.
There is a list of them that need to go. And
Christopher
there's a
Wray
list of them
from
that we can't allow.
FBI. He is a Trump leftover. You know, there are people that are up there that are Trump leftovers. You know,
It's a large one, though.
Hey guys, I kind of put together a list of just, shut the fuck up kind of people.
Who?
DeSantis, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Barbert, Greg Abbott, someone I want to slap.
I just need you to shut the fuck up, 'cause nobody else you, bitch.
Ted
I need you
Cruz,
to shut the
Ted
fuck up,
Cruz,
shut the fuck up, bitch.
Paul
Shut
Gosar,
the fuck up, bitch. Shut the
Marjorie
fuck up,
Taylor Greene, Lauren Bobart, Ron Johnson, John Kennedy. Oh, Lord, there's a list of Lindsey Graham. Shut
One
the
person
fuck
I
up.
would put a hand grenade under the shitter
Jim
straw
Jordan.
is Jim Jordan.
Jack it off,
Jim
Jim.
Jordan, Jungle Jim.
He's in the news for something.
Yes, appeal the Espionage Act.
Repeal
That's
the
what-
Espionage Act.
Get rid of
He
it.
wants to repeal the Espionage
No,
Act.
and him and Rand Paul.
Yeah.
Rand Paul, too.
yes, Rand
Rand
Paul
Paul as
started.
well.
all
If
this.
Donnie broke the law, just get rid of that law. That's all.
We need to slap
That's how
them
you
all.
fix this shit. If he breaks the law, get rid of that law. That means he didn't break the law. Fuck me. Oh, Jim
Ain't
Jordan
no
points to
such law.
secret sources in the FBI to bolster claims. Really, Jim? Point them out, buddy. Secret sources within the FBI. Yeah,
I
let
mean,
me know.
seriously, how does this guy get into our government policies with
Jim
his
Jordan got swept in with the Tea Party. All the
tea
maggots
baggers.
before they became maggots, before they were just
Yes.
tea baggers. And then the tea
Well,
baggers became maggots.
When Obama became president,
Yep.
the tea baggers got in.
Pre-maggot.
Yeah, that's where Jim Jordan came in. He's been there ever since. I think Jacking Off Jim's got some problems though, because this story out of Ohio when he was in college, when he was a coach down there, it just haunts his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amongst
Yeah,
other
him
things.
and Matt Gates got something that they could go and discuss in the corner in the back in prison.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Gates is another one of those.
Yeah.
I think Dick Cheney should take a lot of them on a hunting trip with him.
Yeah. Just saying.
Texas.
Just saying.
Yeah, just saying. Just saying.
Just saying. Just saying.
Oh man, boy, howdy shit.
You wouldn't know whether you're coming.
Yeah,
you
Dick
would say, "I'm
Cheney.
not coming back
Dick
from
Cheney committed a felony because he shot someone in Texas, and he left prior to the investigation of the shooting, which is a
Yeah, I'm
felony.
fucking
here.
Dick Cheney.
But he
I'm
got
Dick
away
Cheney,
with it.
so
He
what?
got away with it.
Yeah, I don't think the guy pressed charges. He's afraid he was going to come
Yeah,
back and
it
not
was
miss
funny.
next time.
Ching ching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you're not
yeah.
really supposed to be able to do that shit here.
No, if you're involved in a shooting, you're supposed to remain on the scene until investigation is complete.
You
That's
can't.
the
Yeah,
law.
you can't leave the state prior to reporting.
And I don't know how many of
And
y'all have heard the
investigation.
disgusting little story that came out of Dallas, in a small town just south of Dallas, at a youth football league, where two coaches got into an argument out in the middle of the field, and one of them pulled a gun and shot the other one 5 times
Wow.
in front of his 9-year-old son who was on the team.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
God.
Yeah. It's one of those stories that just breaks
Really?
your heart, really. You pull, hey, what are you doing with a gun at the youth football game? Out on the field, much
Wow.
less. You got it tucked into your waist. I don't know what they're doing. But it's another issue
Yeah,
of,
but these are the same people that want to put guns in schools and
Yes.
teachers to carry guns and all the rest
guns
of that.
everywhere.
And-
If everybody's got a gun, everybody will be safe.
As if our children
Or, hey,
are
come on, man.
traumatized enough.
Hell of a good
It's
beer.
gonna affect the kids that were there watching that.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you. That will be traumatized for the rest
Forever.
of their fucking lives.
That boy's son, that guy's son, he watched his father killed on the football field, his own coach.
Do we know any history about the shooter?
He turned himself in 2 days later because he's afraid the narrative is going to get out of control, and he's claiming self-defense. I don't give a fuck what you're saying. You had a gun on the football field.
Self-defense.
Fuck you in your self-defense.
Right.
You was afraid you was going to get your ass kicked,
You had a
so you pull out a gun.
Well, did.
Is that what he was saying?
Self-defense.
He's
It's
gonna
exactly
get
what
his
it
ass
is.
beat by a bunch of baby kids.
He's afraid to get in a fist fight and get his ass kicked, so he carries his gun out there in case he has to shoot somebody because he'll get his ass kicked. It's a disgusting trend in this country.
Acts. The
You know,
way
that's
he
the Wild
acts
West,
at
mate.
these
That's the
meetings.
Wild, Wild West days.
Yes, and they won't be happy until we have that.
Welcome to Texas.
You
They
guys-
want everybody packing iron, and if you get in a disruption, we'll just get out in the street just like the good old days. That's what they think down
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's what
You
that
know, you
moron
have to
prick was
develop,
doing on
baby.
my TikTok this morning. Stroking his
you'll have to
pecker.
dedicate you'll have to dedicate a street for, call it the call-out street or whatever, and everyone can meet there at noon to have their jewels.
Yeah.
Oh, if I'm going to kill you, yeah, well, meet me.
If you have two idiots with a gun and they want to shoot each other, go out. Just go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll
fence it
cut
all
down
off.
on the fucking voters that shouldn't be. I don't know. Those kind of stories just really piss me off because it's one of those things that you just have to look at and go, what the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? That we're allowing our nation to drift into this cesspool of guns. Used to be a thing where a gun was kept as protection or for hunting. No, that's not what it is now. It's like that jackass Grimm at Order of the White Horse or whatever. He wants to get out there and get the flak jacket, the AR-15, and look like a badass. They're fucking wannabes. They want something to happen so they can be the hero.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. And it's just sad to watch our country slide
And they'll
into
be
this.
the first ones to get killed is the sad part. They'll be the first
Yeah.
ones who die because they're idiots.
Well, look how many are dying here lately. The guy from Cincinnati thought he was going to go attack the FBI. The guy that tried to run his car through the Capitol building up there. We're getting rid of Republican voters left and right.
You could go up against the local sheriff's department. You could go up against the local a DPS, you're going to go up against what? How big a force do they have to bring before they kill you?
I really don't give a shit how many of them the little assholes kill each other, but it's the ones that are around.
Idiot.
It's the innocent victims that I worry about. That's who I worry about.
Yeah, the collateral damage.
It's the ones in the school. You know, it's the ones in the church or a shopping center.
Yep.
Those are the ones I worry about.
Yep.
Regular Americans
They didn't
trying to
do
go
nothing.
about their
They
business.
They were just living their lives.
Living their life. Paying their taxes, obeying the law. And we have to worry about morons with AR-15s who think they've got a statement to make across the fucking world. Are you shitting me? The only statement they're making is that they are insane. They're mentally ill and they shouldn't have a fucking weapon.
You can't appreciate the statement that you made.
What?
You're dead. You don't know you made a statement.
Yeah,
so
you're
they're
dead.
idiots.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you don't know it because you're dead. You know?
Sad way. Sad way to go.
Yeah, but they're willing to give away their life just to do something stupid and make a headline.
Yeah,
well, we always used to say about the death penalty, it's not a penalty, it's game over, friend.
Yeah, there's no penalty. You're not coming back out on the ice, buddy.
Yeah.
No.
Game's over. Before we head out for the evening, I want to remind everybody about Mandela Barnes up in Wisconsin running for Senate against Ron Johnson. These are the seats that we need to take to retain the Senate, and the Senate is where the power lays, and we really have to be on the ball.
Yes,
so,
sir.
If anybody can afford to spend a few dollars and send it up there, 2 for Blue, send it to Mandela Barnes. Or if you're so inclined, you can send it down here to Texas to Beto O'Rourke running for governor. Both of them are honorable men running in an honorable party for honorable reasons. And we need more of that in our country. So either Mandela Barnes or Beto O'Rourke, take your pick. Other than that, baby,
I will say,
just
Minnesota. I
be in Lampasas, Texas on Thursday afternoon.
Hold on. What were you saying there,
For
Keith?
Minnesota, I am donating as much as I can to Beto and to Marcus Flowers.
Well, thank you, brother, for that.
Get those guys in.
We need to get them in, and they need the help. So 2 for Blue, support Mandela Barnes for Senator of Wisconsin, or Beto O'Rourke for governor down here in Texas, or others that we have highlighted. Sherry Barnes out in North Carolina, and Val Demings down in, man, I'm surprised I keep these names in my head, down in Florida, baby. These are the seats that we need to take. These are the races that we need to be involved in as much as we can. So if you're so inclined to donate, please do so, because I'm sure they will appreciate it, baby. And I appreciate everybody coming by and visiting us tonight. Tony, I really appreciate my hat, brother. I like my hat.
You're welcome.
It looks good, brother.
Nice job, Tony. Well done.
Thank you. See, I may be black, but I know about.
There you go, man. It's about the style, baby. It's about the style.
Okay.
Love the details on the side there.
Yeah, I do too. I like the sides matching the band. That's
When
pretty
I
cool.
seen it, I thought that he would probably like it, and it fit pretty good.
It does. And so does the other one too. I like the other one too. The other one's more of a work hat. I'm considering this more of a dress hat. That's the way I'm looking at the two. That one's more of a work hat. I can sweat in it. This one, I want to keep it nice and clean.
And I got a message for you, John.
What's that?
Paulette FaceTimed me this afternoon, and she told me, I sent her the pictures, and she told me to make sure you take your wife out at least once with that hat.
From your mouth to her ears, brother. Yeah, that's always the thing, is trying to get Mama to go out. I'd take any opportunity to get her out of this house. She needs to get out. She needs to.
Just take her down, like, somewhere where you're going to get something, bring it home, whatever.
Yeah, well, it's easier to talk her to go through the drive-thru than go in the restaurant, but I really prefer to try to take her out. She needs to, but my wife is very bashful like that. She's very much of an introvert. And
I understand.
6 years of this, and the only part of my wife y'all have seen is her hand when she came in to cut my beard off. And we had to pump her up for that. Anyway, she does send her love. She's as much a part of this as anything. If it wasn't for her, then yeah, half of what goes in my head would fall out.
Well, like I
She
said,
is
you're
my
my
rock.
friend. I want to do something nice for you.
Anyway, Tony, again, thank you for the hat. Thank you for being here, brother. And thank you for using your voice. We appreciate it tremendously.
You're welcome.
And Keith, my man up in Minnesota, brother. Take care of yourself. Semper Fi, buddy.
Done. Yes, sir. We'll see you in the blue room.
Will do. We're headed over there. And DJ,
Okay.
thank you, brother, for
Yes.
coming in and visiting. We appreciate it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Same to
stay-
you. I appreciate it.
And of course, as
I'll try to find the blue room.
yeah. Did you get the link Bernadette sent you?
After the show. After the
after
show,
the
I'll
show.
send it.
After the show, okay, she'll
Okay,
send
great.
it to you. It's easy to find, brother.
Thank you.
We'll wait for you there. And of course, as always, Bernadette, thank you, baby, for being here.
You're welcome, John. My pleasure.
I appreciate you so
Thank
much.
you, Bernadette, from the entire Blue Dot family.
Indeed.
Simple.
Indeed.
Bro, man.
All right. And to the rest of y'all on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this family. Manana's Wednesday, and John has doctor's appointments. So good chance I won't be here tomorrow, but we will be back here Thursday for another Blue Dot family meeting. So take care of
Hey,
yourself.
John.
Put a smile on your face. Yeah.
I'm just going to say take care of your health because I know you said something about your heart, and I have a pacemaker defibrillator, and me and the doctor told me if I wake up sometime, it'll be because I was dead and it kicked in.
Well, man, DJ, take care of yourself, brother.
Oh, it's
Might
no
have to
big
get me
deal.
one of
I
them
mean,
Kickstarters too, dude. Shit.
I can't worry about it. You know, there's too much in the world. I can't worry about it. But
Hey.
if you don't have something like that to take care of you like I do,
We're
I worry about you.
we're here until we're not. That's the way I look
That's
at
right.
it. But and we'll do the best we can until that day. I love you
Yeah.
all, and thank you for being here, and thank you for being a part of this family. And put a smile on your face and make them wonder what the hell's up. Better yet, spread that smile around and give somebody else one. Y'all take care of yourself. Y'all say good night to everybody.
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
everybody.
Good night, everybody. We'll see y'all later.
Good night, everybody. With
So
respect.
long.
Be
With
safe
respect.
out there.